Bulunaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
And Abhinaka, Fiji, in this bulletin, 4 refused bail in multi-million-dollar drug bust. Health Ministry quarantines Fijian football team. And no Hibiscus Festival this year.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Edwin Nunn.
4 men charged with the facilitating of the export of close to $1.5 million of cocaine to Australia have been denied bail by the Nandi Magistrates Court. 51-year-old Dutch national Mark Winston, 34-year-old Shanil Otar, 24-year-old Roshnil Kumar and 21-year-old Pravishek Narayan are charged with 1 count each of unlawful possession and supply of illicit drugs. Winston and Otar are also charged with unlawful export of illicit drugs. It's alleged that on October 7th, the 4 engaged in the transfer, transport and supply of 39.36 kgs of cocaine between Lautoka and Nandi. It's also alleged Winston and Otar the next day, without lawful authority, facilitated the export of 34 parcels of cocaine. The Health Ministry has stopped the national futsal team from returning home amidst concerns the players may have been exposed to measles after the match against Tonga. The Fiji side was at the Oceania Championships in New Caledonia when informed there were fears both players and officials may have come into contact with measles-infected people. The team was told it may take 2 weeks for them to get full clearance to jet back. Head of Delegation and Fiji Football Association Vice President Jiten Reddy says so far there have been no signs of anyone in the Fijian team contracting the illness. Health Minister Dr. Ifirimi Wangainambete says they are working with officials in Noumea, New Caledonia to determine if the team picked up the virus.
It wasn't realized up until recently that they were in contact with a particular team that had measles. Again, confirmatory tests are being done at the moment, and if they are so, there are certain guidelines that have to be followed.
It is, we have consulted our doctors, FijiFi doctors, and we were advised that not to vaccinated or so that's why it was not vaccinated. And our provider, apart from that, it was New Caledonia, so it's like the travel advisory was, New Caledonia was not that strict.
There will be no Hibiscus Festival this year. The Hibiscus Festival Executive Committee says this is in light of numerous allegations and in the interest of transparency. In a statement, Executive Chair Vinay Kumar says they have dismissed the former chairperson of the Hibiscus Events Group, Hirdesh Prasad, and told him to hand over all property belonging to the Hibiscus Group. Hibiscus Events Group Incorporated, Kumar claims debts of more than $100,000 have remained unpaid since last year when the festival was moved to Valilevu, and the Suva City Council has referred the matter to FICAC. He says with all the negativity associated with the past dealings, they have decided the new committee did not want to rush into staging the festival this year and will concentrate on staging a bigger event in 2020, which also marks Fiji's 50th year of independence. The executive committee is made up of members nominated by the Suva Retailers Association and the Suva City Council. Fijians living along the Suva-Nassori corridor are venting frustration with the condition of their water supply, as many are concerned about its safety. Residents have noticed discolored water coming out of the taps for the last few days. The Water Authority says this is due to reservoirs reaching critically low levels, resulting in no water or intermittent supply. The Water Authority of Fiji Acting General Manager Operations, Sekove Uluinayao, says they understand the frustration of customers.
When that happens, that's when our levels hit, our reservoir levels are at critical levels. So when it's at critical status, we experience this in our system. And with that, our team conduct flushing and to bleed the system, and also flush out and this discolored water and remove trapped in the system to prevent airlocks.
Water supply is expected to normalize soon for Nasinu residents who have been affected by unplanned disruptions over the last few days. A 20-year-old Nandera man has been sentenced to 4 years and 8 months imprisonment for aggravated robbery. Ulayasi Tony Jr. had earlier pleaded guilty to the charges. While sentencing, the High Court judge stated that the frequency of the occurrence of such crimes in society is increasing daily. The High Court heard that on 8th May this year in Nasinu, Jr. entered a commercial property and stole $600 cash and assorted recharge cards. The judge also stated that the accused was previously charged for the same offence and had served 3 years imprisonment. The court heard that Jr. was not a first offender and his chance of reoffending, if released, was high. Fijians are being urged to apply for a scholarship to study in China. The statement was made by Chinese ambassador to Fiji, Kian Po, as the number of applications received increases every year. Po says the selection criteria is critical and those selected will have to undertake courses that will address development needs in Fiji. The Chinese government offers a standard number of scholarships annually but plans to increase the quota next year.
We will have 40 scholarships per year. Starting from next year, we will have more scholarships for Fiji. Maybe we'll increase to 50 to 60 scholarships per year.
More development projects have been earmarked for Nakasi and Nasinu. Local Government Minister Premila Kumar says a new market and a children's park will be built in Nakasi. She says the project will take time to take shape as a lot of things will have to be done. Kumar says the value of the market project will depend on the design.
There's a lot more work that needs to be done, and it requires the transfer of land, it requires planning, designing, land preparation, and then the construction phase. So there's a long process. And again, in Nakasi, there is an area where the children's park will be made. So the design has been done.
Coming up, Mbati preparing for PNG test in Oceania Cup. And the Melbourne Cup is today. Stay with us.
Na wini matenganga ni bebanga matini taki errere baki.
Waku ikutani maya na wenga ngani beba matiri taki. Menta dobata, kavoluta, kaborusa.
Bula, wayawa apini sararade.
Wayawa malika patilagana.
Nama kikira o ena mataka bo.
Di boy tiri kali minute me ono kina tini na be mataka.
Boni tiki na bo rombuka. Bula FM namba 2 enda sere. Na sese ni recho namba 2 eviti.
The Fiji futsal team is expected back home 18 days from now. This has been confirmed by the Fiji Football Association competitions manager, Amitesh Pal, who says the players are okay. He says they're in camp and there is nothing to be worried about.
It is an 18-day period, but at the moment Tongan team is being tested in Noumea, and it's like the report, Tongan team report will depend. If the report will come negative of measles, then we might be in the next flight back home.
The Fiji futsal team finished 5th in the 2019 OFC Futsal Championship, which was held in New Caledonia. The onus is now on Fiji football women's players to ensure that the standard of the sport improves. Fiji women's football coach Marika Rondu says after observing a few women's teams perform over the weekend, some things have become very clear. Rondu says it's evident that the teams are performing poorly because they are not training enough. He says as coach, he now knows what needs to be done in terms of strengthening the Fiji women's football team.
If we have to continue to improve in our FIFA ranking and go further down from our current ranking 68, I think the players have to take responsibility of themselves.
Caulfield Cup winner Mer de Glace of Japan and Constantinople of Ireland have been picked as favourites to win the 2019 Melbourne Cup. Grants Betting House General Manager Vijendra Sundar says the two horses have had the most support from punters ahead of the race. Sundar says that they are expecting a good turnout in their outlets around Fiji today. The 2019 Melbourne Cup is expected to begin at 3 p.m.
The favorite is at the moment is number 2, Mehdi Glaze, and number 19. So these two horses are favorite to win the cup. But having said that, like 24 horses running, anybody can win the cup. So please gamble responsibly.
Cloudy conditions and light showers in the afternoon for most of Fiji today. And that is your FBC Morning News. Remember to join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. That's it from me for now. Have a good morning.
क्या आपको पता है कि 2018 में 1634 ड्रग और सब्सटेंस अब्यूज के केसेस फीजी के स्कूल्स में पाए गए थे।
ड्रग अब्यूज हमारे देश में युवा पीढ़ी पर बुरा असर कर रहा है। इसको रोकना हम सबकी जिम्मेदारी है।
आपके बच्चे कब क्या कर रहे हैं ये जानना जरूरी है। रिपोर्ट ड्रग अब्यूज।
हाय, मैं हूँ आशना
एंड मैं हूँ जियाद।
फीजी का बेस्ट ब्रेकफास्ट शो सुनिए वीकडेज 5:45 to 10 AM।
मिर्ची FM पर सुनो बेहाल ब्रेकफास्ट एंड रहो हमेशा बेहाल।